Okay, Kohalayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Bukak Wadash. Want to give double honors to the elders apostle Great Millstone and to the bishop, elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, to the hopeful elect that sincerely believe in the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. My name is Lamadio from the New York camp. So the name of this video is going to be entitled The End. So now the reason being, give a little background to what we're looking at on the screen, to why I'm entitling this video The End. So lately I've been seeing back to back the number 22, and it kept appearing and appearing. Of course I will see the number 144 a lot too, but I'll also see the number 22. So being that it kept appearing, I just prayed on it, asked the Lord, if this means something, I pray, Lord, you open my eyes to what it is. So not to mention too, there was a guy that was amongst us in the New York camp that recently just fell off. He'd been around for years, and I noticed too something appeared with the dates. Like while he was in the camp, he removed himself from one of the group chats that we had on June 22nd. And then when the order came down that he's no longer a part of the camp, another brother removed him from the other group chat. And that was on July 22nd. So there go that number 22 kept appearing. So now, as you see on the screen, this happened, I believe on Monday. And I was drinking water out of a cup. And I noticed that one of the pieces of the ice was shaped like a thigh. And it blew my mind. So I took a picture. And that's what we're seeing on the screen with it being circled. I don't know if you could see it clearly because it's hard to view it with it being transparent. With the ice being transparent. So I tried my best to make it visible by circling the ice that is shaped like a thigh. Now, just so happened, the Hebrew letter tha is the 22 letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And that character tha could sometimes be used to symbolize the end. Like you had here got here where it says early Hebrew, that's the Paleo Hebrew, and you get a X out of it, something crossed out. And a while back there was a solar eclipse that happened, and it formed the character tha, symbolized the end. So that's why this video is called The End. Same thing with the guy that was a part of, that was affiliated with GMS. He removed himself from the chat. That was the end of him. Or the end of him being within GMS circle. So that's a scary thing. And that's the time we're approaching with all the things that's happening on the news, all the signs that's happening, that we truly are in the end. So Let me change my screen. Bear with me. For some reason, my screen is not sharing. But you know, that's just Satan. Just give me a second. There we go. All right. So I typed in Hebrew, how they say tav, meaning or tov, or we say ta. So the Hebrew letter ta signifies mark, sign, or seal, because that's what's happening right now. Towards as we approach the end, we're seeing signs of the end, signs of Yahushua coming, second coming. And then the ones that gonna be delivered is the elect that is sealed with this knowledge. Because that's who these signs are for. The elect. So it says here the Hebrew letter signifies mark, sign, or seal, and is the letter of the Hebrew alphabet. In ancient Hebrew script, it's often appeared as a cross-like shape, connecting it to the concept like truth, perfection, and the covenant faithfulness. So now let's go to Revelation 22, beginning at verse 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. What time is that at hand? The events that's written within the book, which make up the prophecies. The word prophecy means to say before. What's being said before? The events. What comprised of the events? Martial law, Jacob trouble. And what's comprised of Jacob trouble? The MOTB. The ground war that's going to escalate to a nuclear war and to the destruction of America. So these are the prophecy of this book. So I'll read it again. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. So that's the time we're approaching. The prophecy, the major prophecy, the end. Now it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And look, we're close to the end. And like the elder pastor Hall gave the decree, we're not dealing with these Christians anymore. We got the truth. They don't. They need us to stay relevant. So we're not bending over trying to make them understand, because the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not working with them. The Lord is not supping with them. So we moving on. That's why I said, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. We gave the truth. That's it. Move on. So verse 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Who's coming quickly? Yahushua. And his reward is with him. Because he have a reward for the wicked and a reward for the righteous. And we looking to receive the reward of the righteous, which is salvation. Also, what comes with salvation is peace. We're gonna put on these new bodies and become perfect. We're going to put on perfect bodies so we could serve out the perfect law. So that's what scripture speaks about, going from stony hearts to the heart of flesh. Because right now we have the stony heart, but the Lord, we're gonna give a heart of flesh, meaning the laws is gonna be within us. We're gonna receive an upgrade. So, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to every man according as his works shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Now, Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, and Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet. But Yahushua didn't speak Greek. Yahushua spoke Hebrew. So the correct reading for Revelation 22 and 13 is supposed to say, I am the Ah and the Tha. The Ah is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and the Tha is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which symbolize what? When you read on, the beginning and the end. The Tha symbolize the end. The first and the last. That's Yahushua. He symbolized the first and the last. Yahushua was Adam. And Yahushua is the last Adam. Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter into the gates into the city. Now, go to Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's Jacob's trouble, which should come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold fast, which thou hast. Fast means to hold tightly. Like when you fasten your seatbelt in the car, what are you doing? You're tightening your seatbelt. So it speaks about hold fast or tight, which thou hast. What do we have? This truth, this faith. Because there's spiritual oppositions that's looking for us to fumble. And these are demons. Satan is working to try to pull you out, trying to pull you away from serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So you got to hold fast to the truth. When you go through different challenges and trials and the furnace of affliction, you have to exercise what the scriptures say to do. That's what scriptures is referenced as a shield and buckler. Because physical weapons won't work against a spiritual battle. So you have to fight with spiritual weapons, which are these scriptures. So you have to, and part of this holding fast is praying in fasting. And within this prayer, you asking the Lord for forgiveness. You can't pray enough for forgiveness. You can praise the name of the Lord enough. You can't request for more faith enough. Like, we need as much faith as we can. So you have to pray for these things. Pray that you of the elect. Pray that the Lord don't remove the spirit off of you. So hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, which is the reward. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of the Most High, and the name of the city of the Most High, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him with my new name. Now, the word new don't actually mean something that we didn't have, meaning something that is revised. Like when you have a new moon, is it actually a moon that's the Lord had a new moon that the Lord formed in the skies? No, it's a cycle that already been existing. So the new name is the revised name because the name was taken away from us. So now the name is being refreshed. That's what new means, to be refreshed. So now I want to take a look at this sign in the heaven that's supposed to appear this weekend. They saying sometime August 23rd or August 24th. Let me see what dates they give. And on this date is supposed to appear a black moon. Oh, give me 1 second. This one says the 23rd. This article. But let me just pick a source to read from. So this from NPR.org, and it says a black moon would appear in the sky this weekend. Well, you won't see it here. Why? Let's see what it says here. There are blood, super, and blue moons, and then there are black moons. The black moon, a rare phenomenon that occurs during a new moon phase on the lunar cycle will occur this weekend, but don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up too much, scientists say, because it will be technically invisible. But if they know about it, that's a sound for them too, that for the scientists to know that their kingdom is going down. And we know about it. The fact that we will know this is about to take place is still a sign, whether you see it or not. So that means something great is about to happen. And look, this year has been a heavy year. And the Passover kicked off with a lunar eclipse and a planet parade of aligning planets. And from that, a lot of things happen within 1 year. So now you have Trump deploying the National Guard. And who do you think he's deploying the National Guard for? You tribes. And today, Trump's, as you read, he meets up with the National Guard police officers, thanking them for their work. And there have been talks about extending this deployment to NYC, California, and I believe LA, other big major cities where you tribes are at. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen because it's all in prophecy. So let me play a little bit of this.
Well, I just want to thank everybody very much for being here. I wanted to do this. We've had some incredible results. The results have come out, and it's like a different place. It's like a different city. It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world. We're going to do what you're doing with law enforcement, and very importantly also, we're going to physically do it. We're going back to Congress for some money, and we're going to redo a lot of the pavement, a lot of the medians, a lot of the The graffiti's all coming off real fast. It's going to come down real fast. We're working with Clark Construction. They're one of the big ones. They're the biggest here by far, actually. And we're going to be not so much building, it's cleaning and fixing and redoing and putting brand new surfaces down on your roads and streets. And when people come in from the airport all the way to the Capitol or the White House or any place else they go, and they're going to say, boy, this place is spotless. So we're doing that. Most importantly, though, we're going to have a crowd of people that are going to be happy. You know, I've received more phone calls from people in the last 4 days than I ever have. I've been here now 4 years plus. And by the way, I think we had about the best 7 months, they're saying, that any president's had. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of good work, including the biggest tax cuts that you've ever had. I know you guys don't care about taxes, so you don't care about saving a little tax, but you saved a lot of tax, actually. But
He spoke about these tax cuts, and with tax cuts, you have programs being cut. And who benefits mostly from these programs? You tribes. You live off the government. You trust in the government. So the Most High is going to start pulling back these resources because our people don't trust in the Most High. So through the absence of faith, we're going to be destroyed. Now let me read. Bear with me. Let me read Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. And wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So we approaching, well, we in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. But you know, as you read, but he should be saved out of it. What do you mean that he should be saved out of it? That's the elect. The elect of Jacob is going to be saved out of it. Not all of Israel. Because all of Israel don't want to be delivered. And all of Israel don't serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So only the elect is going to be delivered. This is 2nd Esdras 16. And I'm going to start at 70. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Now, the ones that fear the Lord is referencing to you tribes. Like the other parts of Tahar broke it down. You know, Jake know what they're doing is wrong. Jake have a conscience. Even though Jake is in a wicked estate, they have a conscience. They know they have some type of conscience that make them feel guilty about the things they're doing. And it says, and they should be like madmen sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be more militarized police, the National Guard. They're going to come in and they're going to get aggressive. They're going to start putting a lot of you tribes to death. They ain't right. That's what insurrection means, to rise up. Who are they going to rise up? Mostly you tribes. And because the Most High going to put the spirit up on Esau to do it. Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. We see that now happening with these ICE raids. Then should they be known who are my chosen. Because the Most High is going to be with the elect of Jacob. the elect of Israel. And the Lord is going to protect his elect. So it says, then should they be known who are my chosen, and they should be tried as the gold in the fire, meaning refined, made perfect. Now, there's another thing that's happening in the news. You have the re-emerging of the bubonic plague in California. I'll let that play.
I think it's crazy. I didn't even know the plague was still something that was going on.
For both visitors and residents of South Lake Tahoe, it's shocking to hear about a case of the bubonic plague.
This was very news to me, and that's scary.
But the cases are rare, but they do occur.
Heather Orchard, the nursing manager for El Dorado County Public Health, says plague bacteria are commonly found in higher elevation areas. It's carried by rodents and often transmitted by fleas.
So this person was camping in an area in South Lake Tahoe and was bitten, likely by a flea.
That person is now getting medical treatment and recovering at home.
A lot of the symptoms are very common: nausea, vomiting, muscle aches, a bite that they may have noticed.
While these cases can be serious, they are curable.
It's treated with antibiotics and it's early identification.
The last human case of plague in El Dorado County was in 2020, but officials are routinely tracking it. So far this year, 4 rodents have tested positive in the Tahoe Basin.
We should have something letting people know that, hey, be careful, wear something. We should make some aware to people.
Still, there are a lot of questions from people who frequent the area.
Is this the only place it's been happening?
About a disease they first read about in their history books and the latest person to test positive.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news. And
so there you have it. And that happened back in the 6th century before, with the bubonic plague. And that's one of the reasons why people say God bless you. It goes back to Pope Gregory I, also known as Pope Gregory the Great. He made a decree. When you now start seeing people or anyone with the first system of being affected with this plague, just put a blessing on them. So that's why people say to this day, God bless you. But this is all, so being that it's coming back, this is all signs of the times. Now let's go to Luke. Luke 21:10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquake should be in diverse places. And we see that happening everywhere. And famines and pestilence. Is not the bubonic plague a pestilence? And fearful sights and great signs should there be from heaven. And we're seeing that right now with the black moon. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and to prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And that's going to happen again. And this time, brothers that believe, some brothers are going to be detained. Some brothers are going to die as martyrs. But that's okay, because the ones that do is going to be raised back up when Yahweh shall return. So, I close with that. And, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. And Lord willing, this video was edifying. And I'm going to say, Kohalayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Wakar Kodash. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.